Congratulations! This video brings the most exciting news you could ever receive. 3 major spiritual figures have officially announced that you will be the next chosen one for something extraordinary. This isn't just another blessing video. It's a divine announcement that will change your entire destiny. These 3 big names have been carefully watching your spiritual journey, and they've made their decision about you. You've been specifically selected from millions of people for a special spiritual role that's about to be revealed to you. Don't scroll away from this life-changing moment. What you're about to learn will transform everything about your spiritual future. This announcement has been prepared specifically for you, and missing it would mean overlooking the greatest opportunity of your spiritual life. The 3 figures are waiting for your response to their selection. This isn't ordinary good news. It's an official divine announcement that 3 of the most powerful spiritual authorities have chosen you for an incredible spiritual position. They have been observing your faith, your prayers, and your spiritual growth with great interest. Missing this announcement could mean walking away from the divine calling that's been prepared specifically for you. This selection represents a limited time spiritual appointment that's opening in your life right now. The 3 big names care so deeply about your spiritual potential that they would be disappointed if you failed to recognize this opportunity. That's why this message found you today. Your attention to this video isn't coincidence. It's the result of divine selection designed to help you understand what these 3 major figures have announced about your future. They've been waiting for the perfect moment to reveal their decision. The window to accept this divine appointment won't remain open forever. Your spiritual readiness has been tested and approved at the highest levels of spiritual authority. Every prayer you've offered when you felt unnoticed has been carefully observed. Every act of faith you've performed in private has been recorded in heaven. All the times you've wondered if your spiritual efforts mattered, yet continued anyway, have been evaluated by these 3 big names. Your spiritual dedication hasn't gone unrecognized. Those moments when others seemed to receive spiritual breakthroughs, while you waited patiently, the 3 figures saw your faithfulness. The times when your faith felt small, but you persevered anyway. That consistency impressed them deeply. The courage it took to keep believing when circumstances suggested otherwise has been highly valued. The spiritual questions you've wrestled with, the growth you've achieved through challenges, have all been acknowledged. Your spiritual journey hasn't been random. It's been a careful preparation process. The 3 big names understand that true spiritual readiness takes time to develop. They've been patient with your growth, watching as you've overcome obstacles and matured in faith. Your spiritual consistency has finally reached the level they were looking for in their next chosen one. The 3 major spiritual figures who have announced your selection are among the most respected authorities in the spiritual realm. They don't make selections lightly. Their choice of you represents years of careful observation and evaluation. These 3 communicate their decisions through unmistakable signs that only the chosen person can fully understand. Their announcement about you appears in repeated spiritual confirmations, in dreams and visions, in the words of others who speak exactly what you need to hear. It emerges in the synchronized events that seem too perfect to be coincidence, in the doors that open exactly when you need them most. This selection is uniquely meaningful to your specific spiritual journey. Something these 3 have personally designed to match your spiritual gifts and calling. It connects directly to the prayers you've been praying and the spiritual desires you've been carrying. They chose you because your heart responds to spiritual truth in a way that qualifies you for this special role. The 3 big names have never been wrong about their selections. When they announce someone as the next, that person's spiritual destiny is sealed. Now that you've been announced as the next chosen one, incredible transformations are beginning in your spiritual life. Your relationship with the divine is shifting to a completely new level, and extraordinary spiritual abilities are awakening within you. The three big names have wonderful news about your spiritual future. Your spiritual life is entering a phase of unprecedented growth and blessing. Important spiritual gifts are activating within you right now. The divine has recognized something unique about your spiritual makeup, and now you've been selected to receive extraordinary spiritual authority. This moment marks the beginning of your new identity as one of the chosen. It's a clear indication that your spiritual sensitivity is reaching levels that qualify you for special spiritual work. Something incredibly meaningful is unfolding in your spiritual calling, far more significant than you might have imagined possible. The recognition from these three big names begins a spiritual awakening that will touch every area of your life, from your prayer life to your relationships to your sense of divine purpose and destiny. There's a wave of heavenly attention focused on you right now. You're becoming more spiritually attuned than ever before, naturally drawing divine communication and confirmation into your daily experience. The announcement from the three big names brings heightened awareness of your special spiritual status. More spiritual insights and revelations will begin flowing to you than you've ever experienced. This isn't happening by chance. It's a carefully arranged blessing designed specifically for this season of your spiritual journey. Your prayers and spiritual dedication matter more than you realize. Your spiritual sensitivity inspires heaven to invest in your spiritual development. Your faith makes a difference in the spiritual atmosphere around you. This divine selection shows that the three big names deeply value your spiritual potential and are ready to develop it further. Each step you've taken in your spiritual journey, even when the path seemed unclear, has led you exactly where you need to be for this divine announcement. The three figures delight when their chosen ones finally understand the magnitude of their selection and step into their new spiritual authority. If you're feeling blessed by this incredible announcement from the three big names, please consider sending a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or more to support our channel's mission of sharing these life-changing spiritual selections. Your generosity helps these divine announcements reach those who desperately need to hear about their own spiritual calling. When you give, you participate in a sacred celebration that allows us to continue sharing news of divine selections with those who are ready to receive them. As you begin to embrace your selection as the next chosen one, new spiritual responsibilities will naturally develop in your life. This elevated status brings new opportunities, not just for your own spiritual growth, but for everyone the three big names place in your path. Don't view these responsibilities as burdens, but as sacred privileges to participate in the work of the three figures who selected you. This announcement signals it's time to step into spiritual maturity and leadership. Finding balance becomes essential during this spiritually significant time. While celebrating your new chosen status, remember to nurture your spiritual foundation through prayer, scripture, and community. These spiritual disciplines have shaped who you are and will continue to support you as you grow into this expanded role. The three big names are inviting you to become more than just a recipient of spiritual blessings, but a person who helps others recognize their own potential for divine selection. Your journey from seeker to chosen one can inspire others who are still waiting for their own spiritual announcement. As you become comfortable with your new status as one chosen by the three big names, think about how you can help others who are still waiting for their own spiritual selection. Your experience shows that divine selection happens to those who remain faithful and spiritually consistent. Heaven witnesses every moment of spiritual growth, every act of faith, and every choice to remain dedicated despite challenges. Your story of being selected brings hope to people feeling spiritually overlooked or wondering if their faithfulness will ever be recognized. Your selection becomes a beacon that helps others develop the spiritual qualities that attract divine attention. This announcement about you isn't meant to be a private blessing. It's an invitation to help others experience the same spiritual recognition. The three big names often work through their newly selected ones to help identify and encourage others who are ready for their own spiritual appointment. Your newfound status serves as both personal blessing and community ministry opportunity, showing others that divine selection is real and available to the faithful. As you navigate your new identity as one chosen by the three big names, stay consistently committed to the spiritual practices that earn their attention. These figures remind you that while being selected is wonderful, it's just the beginning of a lifetime of spiritual service and growth. Maintain the spiritual consistency that allowed these three to recognize your readiness in the first place. Guard against spiritual pride or complacency that could compromise the humility they valued in you. Let your spiritual dedication continue to flow from genuine love for the divine and daily commitment to spiritual growth. With this new chosen status comes ongoing responsibility to remain worthy of their selection. Use this privilege wisely to serve others and advance spiritual truth. Not every spiritual experience is a divine calling, but the three big names make their selections unmistakably clear. Embrace this journey of spiritual service with both confidence and humility, showing others that divine selection comes to those who remain faithful, consistent, and open to spiritual growth. Your selection is confirmed through continued spiritual fruit and increasing spiritual authority in your life. Picture your life now that you've been officially selected by the three big names as the next chosen one. Imagine spiritual doors opening that were previously locked, divine appointments arriving exactly when you need them most, and your understanding of your spiritual purpose expanding beyond anything you've ever experienced. The three figures stand with you, encouraging you to embrace this journey of spiritual leadership with complete confidence. This is truly your moment to step into the extraordinary spiritual role they've prepared for you. This marks the beginning of a time when your spiritual influence, wisdom, and authority will be recognized at levels you never thought possible. Accept this selection with joy and gratitude, remembering that you're surrounded by divine support as you step into this new spiritual identity. The path ahead holds countless opportunities to exercise this spiritual authority these three have entrusted to you. What incredible experiences await as you learn to operate in the spiritual realm. As one of their chosen representatives, your selection opens doors to spiritual experiences reserved only for those specially appointed by the three big names. If this amazing announcement has filled your heart with gratitude, please consider blessing our channel with a super thanks of $5, $10, $20, or whatever amount feels right to celebrate your selection. Your support creates a beautiful spiritual exchange and allows us to continue sharing these incredible announcements with others awaiting their own divine selection. If you're ready to accept your status as the next chosen one, type 999 in the comments below as your declaration of acceptance. The journey of living as one selected by the three big names continues beyond this announcement. As you step into your new spiritual identity, stay grounded in the spiritual practices that earned their attention in the first place. Every day you live as their chosen representative could inspire someone else who's hoping for their own selection. Your growing spiritual authority serves as proof to others that divine selection is real and available to the faithful. Move forward with a confident heart, a humble mind, and a responsive spirit ready to fulfill the role these three figures have prepared for you. Create opportunities for others to see what divine selection looks like as you enjoy the spiritual authority coming your way. The spiritual tradition of being chosen by major spiritual figures has always been part of how heaven advances its purposes on earth. By accepting your selection, you join an ancient lineage of chosen individuals who have carried divine authority throughout history. Your selection by these three big names is confirmation that your spiritual destiny is now officially activated and ready to unfold.